I am not a panning channel, but I do like to do panning projects. So this is going to be my unofficial intro for a plan to pan project. I have already pulled all of my products. Hey, howdy, hey y'all, Leanna here. This is my very first time doing a plan to pan project. I'm going to go through this in no particular order. This is my Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette, and I do have some dips you can see in some of the pans. I want to see how much I can use this palette. The next product is my Tarteist Pro Glow by Tarte. This is a face palette, and it has 4 highlighters in it. That's a tall order, and it has 2 bronzers. One of the bronzers is a cream. This one here is a cream, and then this is a powder. I've had this for a very long time. I do have quite a bit of usage in it. I can see some dips in it, and I really, really like it. It smells so good. It still smells good. So I'm really excited to use this because I really did enjoy it, but it just sits over in my drawer and does not get any love. My Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Soft Matte Powder Foundation in the shade 260. I use this all the time, and I have a big old pan in it, but I was almost certain that I was going to get this almost finished for 2025, and I did not. So I want to completely finish in 2026. I have this Wet n Wild Photofocus translucent powder, and it is full. Like, I have barely touched this, and I have had this ever since I started my channel. I think I want to get this finished in 2026. It's getting a little old. Next up is my favorite bronzer, and this is Bare Minerals Invisible Bronze. It is a baked bronzer, and this is in the shade Tan. It has been discontinued for quite some time. I love, 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 love the shade of this bronzer. It is absolutely perfect for me, and so therefore I tend to not use it because it's like my grandmother's best towels. We don't use those. We save them and keep them nice and pretty in case we need them one day. You know, you don't use the good stuff. We need to use the good stuff. So I want to see how much of this. I don't know if I can finish this in 2026 because obviously I'm going to be shopping my stash and using other products, but I want to see how much of this I can get used. This is a beautiful bronzer. I have no idea why they discontinued it. Why did they discontinue all of the good stuff? This is an LYS cream blush. This is Higher Standard Satin Matte Cream Blush, and it is in the shade Self Love. And so for 2026, I want to make certain that I am showing myself a ton of self-love. I certainly need it after the last 3 years. This is a beautiful shade. I am just not swatching anything for y'all, am I? This is actually starting to feel just a little dry. So I really do need to get these products used up. Look at how beautiful that is. And it will blend out beautifully. And I would be ecstatic if I could completely pan it. In my Tarte face palette, there are 4 highlighters. I know I'm not going to pan all of those. And then I had the audacity to pick another highlighter. This is such a beautiful highlighter. This Milani Dulce Perla Baked Highlighter. It is just beautiful. This as well was one of the very first highlighters that I bought myself. And since then, I've gotten so many other highlighters that I just don't I don't use this. It's so soft and natural looking to me. I have this Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Complexion Perfecting Micro Powder. And it is in the shade 2 Medium. And I got this one because of the packaging. This was the Year of the Tiger for the Chinese Zodiac. And I mean, I have been using the heck out of it. So I'm very confident that I can get this finished up for the entire year. And then I will have this beautiful empty compact that I can use to rehome some of my other products. I have a few dirty minis that I want to use. This is a Natasha Denona. It is the Bronze and Glow Little Mini. It has a bronzer and a highlighter. I have not used the highlighter very much. The highlighter is not really my shade. This bronzer shade, to me, looks like it has quite a bit of red in it, which surprised me when I used it as to how much I actually liked that kind of reddish tint in my bronzer. So this is Hourglass, and it is the Ambient Lighting Powder in Dim Light. And I keep this in my drawer at all times. It has had quite a bit of usage. It doesn't have that domed shape to it anymore. But I don't use it as often as I should, and I would like to get that used up. Another little Hourglass mini. These little Hourglass minis, they were $25. I'm not sure if they have gone up, but for 25 bucks and you want to try an Hourglass product, it's really nice. And then that way you know whether or not you like the Hourglass products. And also, you use it up fairly quickly, you know, within a couple of years instead of 5 years, like a normal blush. Oh gosh, this is the Ambient Lighting Blush in Luminous Flush, and I love the shade of this blush. It is so pretty. My E.L.F. Putty Primer, Poreless Putty Primer. This doesn't have a whole lot left in it, but it is drying up. It's pulling away from the sides. So I want to get her gone. And I don't even like to use face primer, but I do like the Poreless Putty Primer. It does seem to even out, you know, my skin so that it's not so bumpy and textured, and it just gives me a nice canvas to work with. I bought this contour from Sephora. This is Second Chance contour. I don't know. When I do my update, I'll do the dates, but I have had this forever. You cannot buy this anymore. I'm pretty sure they have contour, but now I think that they're doing the stick contour. But this is a beautiful, beautiful contour. Look at that. It's just the perfect shade, and I've only used it a couple of times for as long as I've had it. So it just continues to stay in the drawer and get neglected. I have this Kopari. This is the Starry Eyed Balm, and it is a very nice balm. It sits in my drawer and does not get any love, so I want to use this because my under eyes will get very, very dry, and they don't look good. They get even more wrinkled when they're drying out, so that balm is very moisturizing. This little puppy here is the Blackened Plum Clay Pot from Tarte. Again, one of the very first products that I bought. I had no idea what I was buying. I had no idea how to use it or what I was going to do with it. And so now that I know all the things, not all the things, but I want to use this because it is a beautiful, beautiful plum. And I am not big into winged eyeliner and all of that, but I think that this would be really pretty just to put it along my upper lash line and smudge it out. I have this MAC. This is the Smoky Mauve Extra Dimension eyeshadow. I've had this for quite a while too. It's very pretty, not crazy pigmented, but I do want to use it as it is one of my oldest single shadows. I have this NYX Bear With Me Concealer Serum, and it is phenomenal. I have been using the number 7 concealer for my under eyes. When I first started this journey, I did not use concealer at all. I have just started, well, in 2025, I really started to play around with using concealer, and I actually ended up liking it. I like the more thinner serum type concealers that don't dry out my under eyes. They do not need to be dry at all. So I've had this for a while. I really, really like it. And I'm almost done with the number 7. So I want to get this used up in 2026. And I know some people go through a couple of those a year, but I don't like heavy concealer under my eyes. They're too wrinkled, crinkled, and crepey, and no. I have these 3 little liquid eyeshadows. These are from E.L.F, and I have hardly used these at all. I have another one, but I didn't want to bring out all 4 because the other one's kind of dark. But I noticed that they're starting to dry up just a little bit. This is Little Dipper. They're hard to read, y'all. I cannot read that one, but this is a silver. It has lots of flippy colors in it. And then this one is, I think this one is Moon. So there are the 3 shades. The one in the center is the white silver, and it's kind of drying up a little bit. The other 2, this pinky, that's Little Dipper, and the other one, this kind of champagne-y shade is Moon, I believe. I have this Nobu Caremetics. It is Nobulash Lengthening and Volumizing Mascara. They sent this to me, very kindly sent this to me in PR. And I used it a couple of times, but I really did not give it a good chance. So I want to use this and see how I like it. I have heard so many good things about this mascara, and so I really want to give it a good try and see how it works for me. I have this Nudestix. This is Magnetic Luminous Eye Color, and it is in the shade Doo-Wop. And it is such a beautiful shade. Can you see that there? Yeah, right here. I like to use that sometimes as an inner corner highlighter. It would also be pretty under your lower lash or even in your waterline. Brow, you could highlight your brow with it, lots of things. So these Nudestix, I love Nudestix, but I find that they will tend to dry out if you don't use them, and I don't want that to happen because I really do like that shade. I have this Dose of Colors Unbox Eyeliner, and it is in the shade something, or maybe Unbox is the shade name. I'm not sure. I don't see a shade on it, but it's kind of like a mauve berry type. It's kind of a browny mauve shade. I do like it. I think it's really pretty. Again, I don't do winged eyeliners, but I do like to tightline or put it, you know, at the edge of my lashes. So I do look forward to using that. I have this CoverGirl Exhibitionist 24-hour kohl eyeliner. I bought this forever ago. It is so creamy, y'all. Very, very nice. I mean, it's just black, but it's starting to dry out a little. I know it will be fine once I sharpen it and get it down below that dry line. And then I have this ColourPop liquid liner, and it is in the shade Wine Knot, which is very pretty. Look at that shade. It is so pretty. And I wonder how that dries down. Could I use that as a lip liner? I might have to try that. I'm going to let that kind of dry down, and we'll see if it hangs around. And I do not do my brows like most people do. I love a brow gel. I just brush the brow gel in and go on with my life. I don't use pens and pencils. I just don't. But I have this brow pen from Melt. It's Perfectionist Brow Ultra Fine Pen, and it is in Universal Brown, and it has the finest little brush on it, and it does the finest little hairs. Can you see right there? Just very, very fine and very light. So I thought, you know, let's get out of our comfort zone and try that and see how we like it. I have 4 more products, y'all. 2 of them are these E.L.F. No Budge Shadow Sticks. This is Magnetic Pull, and the other one is Rich Amethyst. I've had these for quite some time. They're very creamy, beautiful shades. So again, something that I never reach for. So I want to use them. I want to use my products. And I have so many products that I don't get the usage that I should. The last 2 products are these Sigma eyeshadow base primers. And yes, I have 2 of them because they are my oldest eyeshadow base primers. This is the one that I'm currently using. This is the shade Persuade. And I have been diligently using this, and that's where I'm at. It is almost gone. So, and I really do like these. They're very easy to put on. They're nice and creamy. They don't dry my eyes out. And they really do help the eyeshadows to last all day. So I don't want these to dry out, so I want to use them. This one is in the shade Earthen. It's kind of a dark shade. And the other one is Sorbet. And I have, as you can see, I have used them. Now this one, the Sorbet, has a little bit of a shimmer to it, which I'm not crazy about having a shimmery, but also when I put it on, it doesn't look shimmery. So, but when I look at it in the tube, it looks shimmery. And this one is Earthen. It is dark, which y'all know me and my little vampy eye looks that I like to do, that I kind of like the dark. That's really pretty. I really like that. I wonder what else that could be used for. But anyway, look at all the pretties on my hand. So those are all of the products that I'm going to use in my 2026 panned plan. Plan to pan. I'm telling you, the P's. There's too many P words. It's just ridiculous. So I will do quarterly updates. I'm going to explain the unofficial rules and let you know what my usage goals are. There really aren't any. Kind of, sort of. Okay, my usage goals are not necessarily to pan everything. I just want to see how much usage I can get out of these products and where they will be at the end of the year. My goal is to do quarterly updates. I'm not going to do monthly. My very first update will be in April. I will do them somewhere around the beginning of the month, I believe. Don't hold me to that. And I'm going to keep track of my usage. You know, the only thing that I didn't pull was a perfume. I should pull a perfume. One moment, please. Okay. Let's add 3 more products. You want to? I'm going to use this Diamonds and Sapphires. This is Elizabeth Taylor. I bought this at Marshall's in 2020. And as you can see, it has not been used. And I was so excited. I thought I was so fancy when I bought this. This was before I knew anything about all of these expensive perfumes. Holy moly. Who knew that people spend $200, $300, $400, $500 on a bottle of perfume? Lordy Lou. And then I got 2 nail polishes because I also pull nail polishes in my Shop My Stash. These are Sally Henson. These are the 2 oldest polishes I own. And as you can see, I need to do my nails. They're looking a little rough. You can see how much usage. Hello? I mean, I'm like halfway down. It needs to be shooken, but it is just a grungy, muted, gray purple. I just love it. And I love a good pink polish in the summertime. And this has never been used. And you can see that it needs to be shooken. So I'm going to see how much of these. I'm sure that I can finish that. Have I ever finished a nail polish in my life? Maybe when I was a teenager in my early 20s. Probably not in the last 20 or 30 years though. So, but see, this is just a very pretty shade. So those are all of the products for my planned pan 2026. The other thing that I'm thinking is that maybe during this year, I will plan my makeup a little bit better. Normally, I'm a feeling kind of person. I have to be in the mood. It's got to be a mood thing for me. What mood am I in? That that helps me pull different products to use for the day. So maybe I can do some planning. Maybe before I go to bed, I'll just set out some makeup that I want to use for that day. So that I can sit down in the morning, check in with my mood and go, no, I ain't using that. What else I got? Because that's typically what I do. So anyway, I hope that you enjoyed looking at all the products that I have pulled for this 2026 Panda Plan. If you did, I would love it if you would show that like button some love. It really does help out my channel. There's a hype button somewhere. If you would like to give me a hype, that would be flippin' amazing. If you're new here, in case I did not mention it at the beginning of the video, my name is Leanna. If you would like to stick around, I would love to have you. Please hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell so that you get all the bells and whistles and notifications and all the things. And as always, I'd like to remind you that makeup is meant to enhance the natural beauty that you already are. And we are all beautiful at any age and any size. Find something to be grateful for today, pull your makeup out and play with it, and I will see you in my next video. And if you have a few more minutes, you can watch this video right here. Okay. Love you. Bye.